Episode 1. The Awakening of Remembrance. Where do we even begin? To speak of Rāma, it feels like attempting to capture the ocean in a dewdrop. To truly know Rāma is not to know a king, a warrior, a divine incarnation, but to remember a love that has always been, is always present, and will forever be. This isn't a story I'm about to tell. It's a remembering, my remembering, and perhaps a stirring of remembrance within you. I am but a companion, a silent witness to the unfolding of his Leela, his divine play. For countless ages I have walked alongside him, observed him, felt him, not as a god separate from existence, but as the very essence of existence itself. And it is from the revealed verses of Sri Prema-Sankirtana Mahagrantha that this remembrance flows. It is there, woven into the very fabric of the sacred text, that the true nature of Rāma is revealed. A boundless ocean of prema, divine love, taking human form. The world knows of the Ramayana, of course, of the valiant prince, the faithful wife, the devoted brother. But these are merely shadows, outlines of a far deeper truth. The Mahagrantha doesn't concern itself with dates or dynastic details. It speaks of the heart. It reveals the yearning. It unveils the exquisite pain and joy of divine love. It sings of Rāma not as a hero to be admired, but as a beloved to be surrendered to. Let us begin, then, at the very beginning. Not with a kingdom, not with a war, but with a longing, a cosmic yearning for union. The very air throbbed with anticipation, you see. The devas, the celestial beings, they whispered amongst themselves, sensing a shift in the currents of creation. Darkness had begun to cast its shadow upon the earth. Adharma, unrighteousness, was gaining strength. And the hearts of those devoted to Dharma, to righteous living, they ached for light. And so the Divine Mother, Aditi, responded to that ache. She allowed herself to be born anew as Kaushalya, the queen of King Dasharatha, the ruler of Ayodhya. A noble king, yes, but also a soul burdened by the inability to produce an heir. Years he prayed, years he performed yajnas, sacred fire ceremonies, but to no avail. His heart grew heavy with sorrow, and then the moment arrived. The Mahagrantha describes it not as a mere birth, but as a descent of grace, a showering of blessings. King Dasharatha and Queen Kaushalya, blessed by the sage Rishi Vasistha, received a divine boon, 4 sons, each an embodiment of a divine quality. But Rāma was different. Even in the womb, a radiant light emanated from Kaushalya, a light that spoke of an unparalleled prema, a love that could pierce the darkness and awaken the sleeping hearts of all beings. The very earth rejoiced at his arrival. The rivers sang sweeter songs, and the sun shone with a new brilliance, as if acknowledging its own Lord in human form. I remember the omens. The omens! White elephants encircling the palace, celestial instruments playing melodies of joy, and a fragrant breeze carrying the scent of sandalwood and jasmine throughout the land. Truly, the universe itself bowed down to greet him. His birth wasn't simply a joyous occasion. It was a prophecy fulfilled, a promise whispered through the ages. The Mahagrantha tells us that with Rāma's arrival, the very constellations aligned in auspicious harmony, foretelling his destined role in restoring Dharma to the world. Truly, the universe itself bowed down to greet him. His birth wasn't simply a joyous occasion, it was a prophecy fulfilled, a promise whispered through the ages. The Mahagrantha tells us that with Rāma's arrival, the very constellations aligned in auspicious harmony, foretelling his destined role in restoring Dharma to the world. But more than that, they foretold the revelation of Prema. the unveiling of a love so profound it could dissolve the illusion of separation. As a child, Rāma was radiant, not in a boisterous, playful way, though joy certainly shone in his eyes, but a quiet radiance, a serene stillness that captivated all who beheld him. Even as a babe, he possessed a depth of understanding, a wisdom that belied his age. He would gaze upon the faces of those who loved him with such tenderness, such compassion. It was as if he already knew the burdens they carried. He was beloved by all, naturally, but perhaps most especially by Janaka, his future father-in-law. Even before their meeting, a divine connection existed between them, a recognition of kindred spirits destined to share in the unfolding of this grand drama of Prema. And even then, even in those early days, there was a subtle undercurrent of separation, a gentle foreshadowing of the trials to come, a knowing in his eyes, as if he were already aware of the sacrifices he would be asked to make. It wasn't sadness, not exactly. It was acceptance, a divine surrender to the inevitable dance of destiny. This, my friends, is where our journey begins, not with a crown, not with a battle, but with the quiet, radiant birth of a love that will transform the world, a love that awaits remembrance in the depths of your own heart. Listen closely, for the echo of Rāma's name is already stirring within you.